Maruchan top ramen beef versus top ramen soy sauce flavor. Maruchan beef. Oh shit.
Hey, hilarious. That's okay. Maruchan beef. What is this? Top ramen soy sauce?
Yep. And I'm gonna cover the Maruchan with the plate so that it can kind of steam to the same degree.
And we're covering the Maruchan with a plate. I'm gonna grab a. Okay. What is this called? Paper towel?
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Oh, there's more than I thought there was.
Good plan, Mr. Johnson.
I got arrested for telling the police officer my name was Alex Johnston. That's a true story. I didn't spend the whole night in jail, but I spent a couple hours in jail in my bathing suit in Florida. So, Joe, what are your thoughts on this competition?
I am holding out for the Tapatio, if I'm being honest.
Yeah?
You know? I feel like it's an
Overall, you think
underdog.
Tapatio is going to win?
I want it to win.
I kind of want this one to win.
A new player.
Just because I like the name.
This one was
Four.
picked out of the Asian aisle at Walmart.
Some Shin.
Shin.
Sheen.
It's not the black variety.
This is the red variety.
I assumed that the other one was hotter, so I picked this one.
There was red and black, and you went with red?
Yeah. It was also like slightly larger, but it's an extra $1.
It might have just been a different size.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there's a flavor, really. Spicy, I guess it says right here.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't read the flavor if it was there, you know.
It says spicy.
3
right there.
noodle.
4. Shin. Itchy. Knee. But this is how my grandma taught it to me. Itchy knee. Son. She is like her, like she. Go. I don't know about Roku. Ichi ni san shin go Roku shichi hachi kuju. It is 4. I'm fucking just saying it too many times. How long has that been? 4. We're at 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's probably ready.
I think first impressions, it looks like this one already wins.
Yeah.
This is still a square. This one's got the vegetables, which Joe mentioned previously. I think before we were recording. There's a light. I'm gonna turn this off. That one had like, what, 3 packets? Whereas this had 1 packet?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mix this bad boy up. You mix that one.
So just looking at the broth that you have in your spoon versus the broth I just got, that looks like it had more like shit already in there. You see what I'm saying? Like all the oils and all that. Definitely tastes better. What do you think about the Tapatio versus that? What would you say?
I like the Tapatio better, I think.
This?
Uh-huh. The Tapatio regular is not as good as the Tapatio chicken. But the Tapatio chicken is a hard bar to beat, in my opinion.
Hot ones in the background.
Right? Okay. I will say that I think that the full packet of sesame oil might have been too much sesame oil. Like, for this one.
What all was in there?
Sesame oil, dehydrated vegetables, and the soy sauce flavoring packet, as they call it.
So it had like a sauce sort of substance that you put in there?
It had a sesame oil packet.
It was just an
like
oil.
straight up like a oil, yeah.
Interesting.
I will say that the noodles on the Maruchan are noticeably thicker.
Yeah, I do enjoy the thicker noodles though than the thinner noodles. But it depends on what I'm going for. I don't know. I like the thin noodles now that I'm thinking about it a little more.
But the broth, like on this compared to that, really is just kind of ass.
Oh, it's yeah, it's really pretty bad.
Like to
But
the point where
it's just one packet of flavoring, you know. It's not necessarily like this. We've got corn in there. There's carrots.
we've made our decisions about the broth.
We've made our decisions
okay.
about. Yeah, we know the winner. Let's see who the new winner is. It's still gonna probably be top ramen.
Yeah.
I think the Tapatio is gonna beat this for sure. I don't know about those two. I'm still holding out for good old number 4. I think it's gonna be just hot enough, just spicy enough, not quite too hot, not. I think Tapatio is gonna be too much compared to this. That's my prediction now. But it's because I like number 3, and I like that it says 4. 4. I like that it says spicy, very lightly, in a bunch of different languages.
One way to find out.
Ekruid, epice.
Yeah, I mean, top ramen is definitely better than the Maruchan, but if I'm being honest, it ain't that much compared to like the Tapatio.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're making me
going for a
go
second
on
try.
Yeah.
Okay, so dehydrated vegetables are present, unpackaged.
You know, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. What's the price difference here?
I don't think that they're. Well, actually, scratch that. The Maruchan was 24 cents a packet, whereas the top ramen was 98.
Interesting. I think that you're right. I think the thing that this has that this doesn't is just, I guess, the oil and the fucking vegetables. Which the vegetables are probably not even comparable to anything else that will have vegetables in it. Like this piece of corn kind of shitty. Corn.
The noodles are nice. I do
noodles
like the
look
noodles.
very good.
Yeah.
I think the noodle quality of this one, we should establish like a rating system. Like noodles, broth, you know what I mean?
I think this is last
This one
place,
does not
and this
have
is second
any
to
of the
last place
vegetables.
right now.
I think vegetables and the oil can be like an extra column.
Yeah, because this one has like a chili sauce packet.
Okay.
Just like sort of similar to like the sesame.
So
oil
this one,
packet.
I would say in the extra column, if we're going 1 to 5, I would give the extras like a 4, just because this is a 0. And if we're comparing 0 to whatever this has got, I don't know, whatever else there is. Tapatio has Tapatio.
Well, and it has the vegetables pre-dehydrated in the packet, sort of like this one.
This one does as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try this one more time. I think that the noodles with the top ramen are much more manageable. Like I'm not having to reach as far
Yeah.
to like grab these noodles and eat them. And then there's definitely a taste involved with the soy that isn't in this.
I'm gonna try a bit of this broth.
It looks like there's less broth, like less broth to noodle than the other ones.
That's got a really nice flavor.
Ooh, called it. It's number 4. That just looks a lot denser than all of those. Oh, that does have like a serious flavor.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It hit me and it was hot, but it's not like a lingering hot to where I can't
it's not
handle
like
it.
overwhelming at all. It's just like kind of like warming.
Yeah. This broth definitely beat that broth. And yeah, in comparison, this one is definitely a lot just more flavorful.
And the noodles look nice.
The noodles do look pretty nice. They have a little bit more color than both of these noodles. Like this is kind of a white noodle, also kind of a white noodle. This has got a little bit more yellow in it. What's your first impression?
Noodles are great. Not quite enough broth. I think I agree with you. Probably need to overfill it a little. I wish it was slightly more soupier for what it was.
Yeah, I feel like in comparison to this one, this is definitely more of like a soupy ramen than this is like I'm just eating kind of my noodles and I had to add water to them.
Yeah.
Definitely better noodles though. But the flavor of the broth, I think, brings out the texture of the noodles in a way that these two just don't do. That's cool. That's good stuff. I'm gonna go back over here. Just disappointed myself a little. What is this, Maruchan, right?
Yeah.
This one still, I appreciate a good, being able to lift my noodles up in the air. I'm pretty consistent with dropping them on this plate. You want me to grab you a plate? Nice.
Yeah, dude. I'm just, just out here
Just eating ramen, bro.
living life.
I'm gonna hit this. Let's see. So I would say that this is pretty good. As like a just reach in and pull up,
Yeah.
I mean, not a bad length. I'm talking like cheese pull.
Well, and yours held like pretty firm too.
That is true and notable.
This is pure disappointment.
Yeah.
There's no
That
other
you
way
could,
to
like,
cut it. It's like this feels
You've got
like
the
I'm
whole
eating,
thing,
some
and
kind
you
of
just slurp that whole thing up. Versus here, you drop that shit every single time. Or like, not every single time. I'm gonna try again and see if I drop some.
I think if you just go like straight, like fucking
Bro, I didn't drop any.
no effort grab, you're almost guaranteed to drop some of this. Whereas with this one,
Yeah, you got it.
I mean, even if you drop some, by the time you get up there, you got a mouthful.
You're ready, yeah. I think that this one has got a good amount though. Like that's one thing that doesn't disappoint here. Is I've got the vegetables noticeable in there.
I think that another flavor of top ramen is worth a
Yeah,
chance.
I would agree. Yeah, I think it's the flavor. Well, I don't know. The noodles aren't as good as this.
Yeah, they're not quite as good, but they're pretty good.
They are good. But still, what I'm also thinking of is price. These two are probably priced pretty similarly, right?
Yeah, I think they're both
About
the same
$1.
price, yeah.
Yeah, I'd go for this one.
Yeah, literally any day of the week.
Well, and this one is just the same as when I just reached in there. I've got carrot. What is this? Green? What do you think that is? Some sort of green onion, that's what it is. This green. Carrot, shiitake mushroom, green onion, and red chili pepper. I don't know what maltodextrin is, but I remember Claire? Is that her name? Fucking food.
Yeah, bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Food. Her name's Claire?
Yeah.
Reading off I don't want to read off all these ingredients. There's so many. I'm sure there's a lot that I have no clue what they are. but I think that's the nature of most food that I ingest.
Yeah, processed food.
Well, even fruit now is, I feel like, completely genetically modified. I don't know how to find fruit that's not like kind of buggy. Like a big ass strawberry that just looks wrong, like doesn't look like it should look.
I feel like you pretty much have to fucking, I don't know, Apple groceries and shit.
Whenever I was driving to and from New Mexico, honestly to and from Wichita Falls, like not even that far into New Mexico, there was a fruit stand, like a nice fruit stand that had like peaches and like a big on the side of the road kind of thing. That might be worth checking out, honestly. I like fruit a lot. Random melon.
I don't have a whole lot of high hopes for this.
This melon.
Yeah.
Whenever my mom was thinking about moving to Seattle, my little sister wanted me to move with them and said that it could be like Carly, I would be her artist brother. You know, and she could start like a fucking YouTube or whatever. I thought that'd actually be kind of cool. I'd be down to be Spencer in that scenario. But alas. I'm excited about fucking Scotland though. Like I think Scotland's gonna actually be really dope. And I started looking into Aleister Crowley, who is like, I didn't know much about. The only mention I had heard of him was in the Midnight Gospel, like in relation to magic. I don't really look into magic that much, especially in that sort of way. But I looked up his name, just Aleister Crowley, and he's like a demonic person. Like he's very heavily related to the Satanic Church. Sure. Good. This is good. I've never just ate it like this.
Yeah, this is good.
But I was reading this thing, I don't remember exactly what the words he said were, but it was like, I know that God exists, I know that the devil exists, but I don't know which is which. Like, I don't know. Some people tell me that this is God, some people tell me that this is Satan, but I don't know which is actually which. And I thought that that was just a very interesting idea. The idea of modern day God actually just being Satan pretending to be God, you know? And that like people who worship Satan are actually worshiping the right guy. And I just thought that was interesting. Not necessarily worth like worship. I like the philosophical side of most things.
You have any more?
Sure, yeah. So that's also my favorite part of religion. It's like the philosophical side of it.
This shit is way denser than I expected.
It's pretty fucking great. I don't think I've ever witnessed this. There's a lot of seeds. Do they grow on trees?
No.
It's like a vine.
Yeah.
I think I'd be down to have a farm. Move to Scotland. My mom owns a bed and breakfast. I rent out like a space. Make it my studio space. There's the backyard though. Start a little fucking farm. Farm? Yeah, it'd be a farm. What's the difference between growing animals and growing like fruit? Barn? Ranch?
Farm versus ranch.
Farm then. A little Scottish farm. I said some shit to Dylan the other day about summoning the fucking Loch Ness Monster and it having a Scottish accent. I just love that idea. The Loch Ness Monster reveals itself to me, you know, and it's like this magical moment and it speaks English, but it's got a Scottish accent. I think I was right. The Shin is the number one out of the three of these.
Yeah, for sure. All that really remains to be seen is hot and spicy.
It looks the most Asian though. I feel like I'm allowed to say that as like an Asian person. I don't know. When I'm talking about Asian shit, I feel like sometimes it might be like, I don't know, on the boundaries of racist, depending on who the audience is. I think racism in general is depending on who the audience is.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm not worried about offending you in a racial way, and especially talking about Asians. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I stand on my ability to talk about Asian shit.
Me neither. I think it's probably about as much as you own it.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think if I were to like go really hard on it and know a lot, like know more Japanese and Japanese shit, then it would be a little bit more acceptable. But as of right now, I'm just kind of a white person who has Japanese in his blood.
Good lord. Dude, I fucking love cantaloupe and honeydew melon and whatever that green one is that I can't remember the name of.
I think that there's something different about biting into like a chunk of fruit versus having it sliced up and given to me. You know? Like processed, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, you're a professional, so when you have guests on the show, it's not the same league that you play at, so that is going to be quite fun. Alright, so this one is Szechuan peppercorn and ghost pepper. Szechuan peppercorn, of course, is the famous tongue-tingling, numbing one.
Should we try it?
Hey, if you're down,
I'm fucking down. That's all I needed, Alex.
Oh, nice. Thank you for the grade.
You inspired me to buy fruit to snack on.
Yeah, Proc and Kylie honestly inspired me. I'd say Proc was my like role model. Kylie and what happened in New Mexico and my dad and all of the fruit that I ate then was like I should buy more fruit and eat more fruit kind of thing. Then I did, and it's fucking like a good snack.
Yeah.
But I can kill an entire thing of like raspberries or strawberries.
Oh, dude, I feel that. I 100% feel that. That's why I just try and keep it as like a snack and not like, I don't know.
Yeah, like a kind of more meal thing.
Yeah.
I would like to get to the point where I have fruit in excess. I think that's something that I would like. I will strive to have in my kitchen. Always have fresh, whatever fruit is in season in my kitchen, you know? I don't follow fruit season.
Citrus fruits are in season right now.
Do you know seasons of fruits?
No.
So
The Central
citrus
Market,
is like a winter thing, apparently.
I guess so. Central Market
Interesting.
has like seasons and like in their vegetable and fruit department, and so like one season is like
Oh, okay.
like
I knew
apple
that.
season, for example. Like they have like literally like 25 to 30 different kinds of apples.
I'm gonna start paying attention to that this year. That and flowers, I think I want to also pay attention. Well, flowers are really only one season, spring, right? It's interesting that there are fruits that are in season during the winter.
As far as I'm concerned, my shit's year round.
True.
And it's actually interesting because Kruti always buys these hydroponic blueberries.
Oh, like that's.
I'm
that
pretty
is
sure they're
cool.
grown indoors. Because, do you mind open that? Because they are always like really nice sized blueberries that taste like extremely good and very sweet.
3.
Oh, 3. What all do we have?
There's a chili sauce. Number 1. So this is probably just the noodly. I'm not sure. This looks, I don't know what that is.
Dehydrated vegetables?
It's definitely dehydrated vegetables, but I don't know what vegetable. Chives? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Maybe?
I think that this is the ramen
I don't know.
packet.
Well,
And this is what makes it spicy.
let's do it. Let's try without the chili lime sauce first, and then the chili lime
Yeah,
sauce.
down. Plate?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
So, fucking Fuel City it wasn't any different after COVID, really. The only difference was that there was no line. It was like walk up, get your tacos. And it was quick. It was probably the fastest it's ever been. It was like I walked up, ordered tacos, went to the elotes place, ordered my elotes, and they called my tacos name. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Which is fucking dope, because that's honestly, like, it was kind of like, not necessarily on my way home, like, it was out of the way because I had to go downtown. But still, like, those tacos are dank as fuck. And cheap. $2. It was cool. Have you seen all the fucking...
Dude, fucking Kruti, Amy, when we went to the La Michoacana meat market, she was like kind of hungry, so we got a chicken taco as a snack, which like she doesn't usually eat chicken. And she was like floored by how good the taco was. She was like, we should just like never go to any other taco place.
Nice.
I was like, yeah.
Okay. Where was that?
On Greenville, the La Michoacana. It's a chain. So, I mean, I don't know. Some are probably better than others.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Is it on Greenville Avenue, or is it like in that area?
I think it's on Greenville, but it might be in that area.
But it's La Michoacan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that I have passed that. I think I've driven past that. So that's cool, and I know where that is. I didn't know. I've seen it. I've never been in there though. So it's nice to know that I can get a good endorsement.
Yeah. Well, and that's where I got this, like, they have this, like, pre-marinated chicken breast that's, like, it's almost like pink, and when you cook it, it looks like salmon because it's so pink. But, man, that shit is so good. It is so freaking good. I don't know. I literally can't recommend it enough.
I just went back in there. It's been a little while. Like it's not as warm or as hot.
Yeah.
But I think this, even after settling, still has some heat with like the amount of whatever's in there. So like, this one's definitely number one. I'm excited to see how this one compares to that.
How long is it supposed to go for? 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
It's been 3 minutes.
Nice. That looks pretty good.
That does look pretty good.
With the flavor neutral. With most like sushi and stuff, they'll give you ginger on the side, little slices of ginger. It's like
ginger.
a palate cleanser.
I've never understood the difference between the pink ginger and the white ginger.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have ginger enough, I think, to know the difference. Probably could figure it out. I'm gonna ask Siri, I'm sure.
Holy smokes.
It's hot? hot and spicy. Some coughs.
It's much. I mean, it's not like unbearable. It just took me by surprise. Definitely
Oh,
more
wow.
heat than this one.
Yeah, it's a little bit more of it coats your mouth. It's a different hot. It's more of a hot sauce hot.
It's pretty tasty.
Yeah. And there's no chili sauce in there.
Yeah, I have no idea what the chili sauce would do to it, but I can't imagine it being anything other than fucking nuclear.
Yeah, I think that you're probably right.
See, second and third bite, it's, you know, it's much more manageable.
This one took me again. Yeah, I don't know between those. I haven't had the noodles though. I feel like there's less in this than in these. Even in this, I feel like this one has the least amount.
I think that this has like the same like noodle density as this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like proportionate to its size. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas if you were to like compare this one to like a cup ramen, which would be about the same proportions, you know. I think that the noodle, like the total amount of noodle would probably be less than the cup ramen. The total noodle.
Yeah. I think you're probably right. Total noodle. Well, I'm gonna head in there. Oh, that's pretty good. This is very satisfying. It's warm. I don't like the consistency as much. I think this one still wins for me.
I agree with you. It's a little too thin.
Yeah, it just feels kind of papery. It is very hot though. I don't do a lot of taste testing like this. I like this. Because I do like these noodles.
Should we try putting chili paste in?
I'm down. I want to wait a little bit.
Yeah, let's enjoy it first.
Because I think that you're right. It's going to it's going to be a completely different dish. It's good. It seems like something that I could very easily just like slurp the whole thing up. Versus, I think this is something that I would just kind of enjoy a little bit more. Like, with each bite.
The thicker noodles on, yeah, if I had the noodles of this one, I don't know.
I think this one just overall wins because this is only going to get more like spicy, like, you know.
Yeah, this is a spice that brings me back. This is a spice that hits me once and then kind of like,
It lingers with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be getting to the bottom of this.
This is good stuff, and I also am glad all of these you purchased at Walmart.
Mm-hmm. Now the question becomes,
Walmart.
how do you feel like this?
That's what the sponsor.
How do you feel like this compares to the Tapatio?
I really fucking like the Tapatio.
I do too. I think
But
that they
not
have a
having
chicken
it here
version
to
of
compare,
this one,
I don't
would
know.
probably really enjoy it. I mean, I guess this one is, I don't know, fucking 3 noodle flavors, so. But yeah, I don't know. If there was a chicken flavor of this, I think I would enjoy it probably as much as I enjoy the chicken Tapatio.